we go, time back. Okay, Tim, can you give us a demo of proper arm position for Nordic skiing?
Okay, so for skating, I mean, there's a few ways of skating. There's like there's V1, just kind of like your low gear. You can have one hand above the other, and this is kind of like when you're going up a hill, and you're just kind of going on every other stride. And there's like a V2 where you're pulling on every single stride. You don't really have a dominant one in that one. It's just kind of going like.
Great. We are going to be covering exactly that movement in a way that's going to help maybe keep your shoulders from getting tired when doing that. Okay, who wants to go next? Jakob, you want to show us something about how you initiate a turn on a board?
So for me, when I initiate a turn, say on my toe side, I would put all my weight on my front knee and then close my shoulder in the direction I want my board to turn. And then when I'm opening up for my heel side turn, I'll open up that shoulder as I'm putting like my full weight on my heels. And you don't want to do it too much, but you want your board, you want it to go in the same direction.
Great. Mary or Natasha, who wants to do downhill? Natasha, you want to take it?
Sure. I hope this noise outside isn't too loud for you guys.
That's fine.
So for a downhill skier, it would be something more the up and down movement of the shoulders.
Great. And all right, so this lesson is all about finding that movement in the upper body and translating the movements of the shoulder right through the torso in order to get really good, clean, efficient movement, which means you'll be less tired and you'll be able to go further and longer. So this lesson can be done lying on the floor, but we're all going to do it sitting up on the edge of a chair. So when you're ready, come close to the edge of your chairs, and we'll get so that you feel your sit bones right under you. And the classic way of doing this lesson is to have your elbows up and your palms, your hands right above your elbows, but that's going to be really tiring. So I invite you to try this every now and then, but the adaptation is to bring your elbows right in close to your body, and we'll be scooping up and scooping down. So start with your sit bones on the chair, and really notice now the shape of your shoulder blade. So the shoulder blade is kind of a triangle, and in your imagination now, maybe you just imagine what the top of the shoulder blade looks like on one side, and then in your mind's eye, following it down the long side near the spine, and there's that bump, and then it comes up in kind of the hypotenuse of the triangle, and it touches right here at the outside. And then let's do it, imagine it on the other side. So really see if you can visualize that shoulder blade. So there's the top, there's the long side that goes along the spine, and then there's that rounded spine, that side that comes up and kind of hits right out here. Good. And then in your imagination again, maybe bring your focus to your hips, and it's sort of an inverted triangle, kind of the same in a way, so that in the back, just really feel down to the point of the sit bones. And maybe we'll rock back and forth a little bit just to get loosened up. And then we're just going to try this for the fun of it, but then we're going to go. So first we're going to bring our elbows up and palms face up and fingertips face up. And there's a symbolism for this. There's an image, and the image is that your hands are fingers and your arms are candlesticks. So you've got your fingers are the candles on a candlestick. And just a few times, we're just going to drop both hands down towards the floor together and then back up. And we've done things like this before. So take a deep breath in and see what it's like when you drop the hands and exhale. Because as you drop the hands, you might notice that the ribs come together. And then inhale to bring the hands back up. Good. And now if you're getting tired, you can bring your elbows right along your body, or you can keep them up. And again, we're going to do this now. You want to imagine that there's a energy field that's attaching your two hands. So your two hands are now going to come back down towards the floor, fingers extended, but they're going to go at exactly the same pace. So if you've got one hand that's a little bit easier to get down, you want that other hand to just stay with it. So stay with it and up and down a few times. And again, thinking about inhaling, opening the chest as the hands come up, and then exhaling as the hands come down. And if you've got your hands by your side, really let those elbows drop down. The advantage of this is that you get the leverage to feel the arm and the shoulder blades. With this, you got to work a little harder. So you really need to bring the elbows down and back so that you start to feel that opening in the chest. So let's do that again. So taking a deep breath in and elbows down now and pressing down, and the palms come down, the fingers face the snow and then come back up. Good, and the fingers again drop down towards the snow and then they come back up. And rest for a minute. And just notice now, we've done a little bit of work in the shoulders. Maybe your shoulders are feeling a little softer. Really now notice, bring your attention to, so the top of the arm is also, it's one of these ball and socket joints. So the arm is doing this in the shoulder blade. So just take a minute now to kind of feel that a little bit. Maybe you roll your arm back and forth in order to feel that movement of the arm and the shoulder blade. Good. That's it. And now we're going to go in the opposite direction. So your palms are up again, your fingers are pointed towards the sky, but now the backs of your hands drop back a little bit towards the snow behind you. So you're getting a little arch in the back, and then you can come back and drop them back as much as is comfortable. And again.
She's also like clawing my leg right now.
Oh, well, that's it. He wants to play. Okay, so arcing back, hands are dropping back, and you can let them just kind of drop back like that. If you were on the floor, it would be as if your backs of your hands were hitting the floor. And really find that arcing in the upper back that we've done many times. And then if that's getting to be too much, you can bring your elbows tight in and really just kind of lift your elbows up so that you find that arc in the upper back. You feel those shoulder blades really moving up and maybe a little to the center. And notice here again, you might want to take a breath in, and then on the exhale, the ribs under the arms are coming together. So see if you can find that contraction of, that's it, beautiful. Yep. That's good. I want to be out of the snow. Okay, good. A few more at your own pace. And then let everything rest again. Now, we've done this in the past. Get your feet down below your knees, and we're going to press with the feet to rock back on the sit bones a little bit. So we've done this in the past. We press with the feet, and that pushes the sit bones back, and we kind of rock back. And see if you can keep your spine nice and soft so that it's kind of a wave of your spine coming down and up. Good. That's it. And really feel, if you can, the connection of the foot to the knee to the hip, right up to the shoulders. So see if you can get that right into the shoulders. Good. Nice. That's it. And noticing when it feels right to exhale. Exhale. Exhale brings the ribs together, makes that rounding a little easier. And then let's rock forward. So the whole front opens. So the whole front opens. You can let your chin come up a little bit. Nice. And feel that arc in the upper back. Again, on this one, you might feel the shoulder blades start to come together. See if that's familiar. So you exhale and let the shoulder blades really come together. Yeah, nice. Yep. And now let's add the arms. So if you've got the strength, hands up. And now we're going to roll forward, make the front long, and let the hands go back and see if that's any easier. And again, come to center. And the fingers lift and go back. The elbows go back. The whole chest lifts. Shoulder blades come together. And come back. And a few more. Beautiful. Really nice. A few more at your own pace. If you get tired, you can put your elbows in and they kind of scoop up and back, and you get that extension in the chest. You've got fairy arms, Natasha. They're coming in and out. We love Zoom. Good. Okay, and now let's rest for a moment. Let's just take a moment and imagine that you are out on the mountain. It's a little less cold than today, but you're out there. It's beautiful. There are athletes out there. There are volunteers out there. It is what you guys are here to do. So think about it. Imagine the joy. Take a deep breath. And now we've done this before. We're gonna let the head get very, very heavy. So you're gonna actually, what it's all about is feeling the spine get very long from between the shoulder blades right up to the back of the head. So you let the head get long, the spine gets long, and eventually the head just drops down a little bit so that the whole neck is really long. So see if you can find that length and then roll. And the chin comes towards the chest. And you can really bring it right down. You can even use your eyes to look down and then look up and lengthen and look down. Good. And feel it between the shoulder blades if you can. You might notice that the shoulder blades kind of slide away from each other a little bit. Good. And sliding away from each other a little bit. Good. Let that go. And then when you're ready, hands come up. And now this time, the hands come down towards the snow in front of you and you help with your back. So you let the shoulder blades get wide and your head comes down and you let your arms come down and back up. And notice if that's any easier when you get your back involved, even the weight of your head. Up. And a few more at your own pace. Really finding that opening between the shoulder blades and the back. Nice. That's it. Yep. Good. And if you want to bring your elbows in, it would be bringing your elbows in and you kind of scoop down and back. No, sorry, scoop down. Yeah, back. Down and back. And then you rest. And notice now how your shoulders are feeling. Take a nice deep breath. Notice if you can get a little more air in your chest. And let that go. And inhale and exhale. So now, when you're ready, down and then back, and see if you can use the head to help. So down, the shoulder blades get wide, come up, shoulder blades come together, and use your pelvis, rock with your pelvis so you get this whole body thing going, whole body supporting the movement of the upper body, finding that support. Beautiful. Nice. Yep. Nice. Even if your arms are disappearing. Good. And let that go. So here's that. Getting that rounding of the shoulders to come forward and arcing of the back to go back for full body support of that pulling effort. Okay, now you choose. We'll do this hand. One hand's going to go down and then back up. So try it. One hand down, forward, and then back up, and forward, and then back up. And then the other hand goes back and up and back and up. And now one hand goes forward, the other one goes back and up. And do that side for a few times. One forward, one back. If you want to have your arms close in, you'll really notice now how much movement you can get in the chest for this. So see if you can find that movement in the chest, even if your arms are out like this. And then rest for a moment and we'll do the other side. So I'm getting warmed up. How about you guys? Yeah, this is one of the more athletic ones. So give it a rest for a moment. And then when you're ready, we'll do the other side. So one down, one back, and switch. And let the chest get involved now. So you'll notice that one shoulder blade is sliding away and one shoulder blade is sliding in. See if you can find that movement of the shoulder blades behind. Good. Yep. Really get your chest involved. See if you can find that rotation. Yes. And let that shoulder blade, as your hand comes back, that shoulder blade kind of presses in and presses your chest forward. See if you can find that. Better. And then you can let your nose look at the hand that's going back and see if that makes it easier. So now you're getting a twist in the upper body. Yes, nice, that's it. And really look at the palm. And rest when you need to. Nice, and really look at the palm. Yeah. Use your whole upper body, back and forth. Okay, now you can go look the other way. And rest, yes, rest. Rest. All right, now, this should feel somewhat familiar for the pole users. So now we're going to do that again. So one hand goes down, one hand goes up. You're going to look at the hand that's going back and do that a few times. So you look at the hand that's going back. Yes. And then the other hand goes back and you turn and look at that one. That's it. Oh, beautiful in your chest. Beautiful in your chest. That's it. Good. Right. Okay. And then look at the one that's back. Have one go back. Have one go forward. And then turn to look at the side that's down now. So you change, that's it. And now you're gonna look at the side that's going forward. So it's opposite. It asks a different twist of your neck. Good. Keep going and really feel it in the neck. Notice how, so you're looking at the one, let's see. You're looking at the one that's coming down. Yeah. So it's a different twist of the spine. So let it go, take a rest. Since I lost my headset and all that. And just notice now how loose your shoulders feel. And maybe you feel it in your upper back a little bit. Check your collarbones. Notice if your collarbones are feeling a little more engaged, more alive. We'll do that one more time. So first looking at the hand with the hand down. I'm sorry, look at the hand back and then look at the hand that's down and then look at the hand that's going down, the hand that's going down, and it's a different twist of the spine. You might feel a different sensation in the shoulder blades. That's it. Nice. Nice. Good. Very good. And let that go. So maybe you're starting to feel your neck a little more loose now, a little more wobbly, a little more flexible, so that you have the ability to look uphill, look downhill, look downhill. And we're just going to rest another minute because this does ask a lot. This is a little bit more athletic than we've been doing. So take a brief breath, let it go down into the belly. Connect your feet with the floor. And now, when you're ready, we're going to come up and you'll be watching again the hand that's going back. And as your hands are going back this time, they're going to kind of get wider and wider and wider and wider until your arms are a long line from side to side. So there's an energy beam that goes right across from one hand to the other. So let's try that. So pick your side. I don't care which side you do first, but you're looking, you're changing sides, you're looking at the hand coming up, and your hands start to get wider and wider. And notice as your hands get wider, it asks something different of your shoulder blades and your chest. Really look at it because you want to get that upper chest moving. And now your hands are getting further out so that they're almost all the way out. And it's just your wrists that are rolling at this time. That's it. So now you've got one wrist pointing up, one wrist pointing down. One wrist, that's it. And take a rest when you need to. Now this should start to feel very familiar to people who use ski poles as you start to do your turns. So rest for a minute. Take a deep breath. And feel your sit bones because now we're going to really think about the sit bones. So when you're ready, arms out, one hand up, one hand down. You can make little soft fists. It'll make it easier. So now you're going to roll one fist down, one fist up, keeping your arms extended. If you get tired, that's fine. Feel it in the shoulder blades. And now when your wrist comes up, you glide a little to that side so that you're shifting your weight onto the same side sit bone as you're leaning. And then that other hand goes up, you shift your weight. Maybe you find that space under the armpits to really get long and reach out. Reach out. That's it. Beautiful. That's it. And you can look. Use your nose to follow your fists. That's it. Look at, and rest when you need to. That's it. That's it. Good. That's it. And rest. And notice now how you've started to use your ribs and a little bit of that side bending that we've done in the past, which is so good for keeping your center while you're turning. So one more time. Well, all right, so you at home, you can take a longer rest, but we're gonna kind of keep moving here because we are. So are you guys ready? Do we need a longer rest? I'm watching Tim. Tim, do we need a longer rest? We're good? Okay. Arms out. One hand is down, the other hand is up. You've been looking at the hand that rolls up. Now, you're going to turn and look at the hand that's down and really get down on those sit bones. Really feel those sit bones. And then you twist your arms and look at the hand that's going down and notice where the weight is in your sit bone. So really connect the sit bone to the movement of the arm. And if you can get the movement of the chest in there, that's it. And this is not how you would ski, but this is how you develop more flexibility for when you are on the hill. So a few more at your own pace. And take a rest. Good. And we're going to do that in a minute. We're going to do that one more time. And then maybe you guys will demonstrate again how you turn, how you use your arms to turn. And let's see if we've had any changes. So one up, one down. And now just do what feels natural to you. So you twist your hands. They're staying on the same line, which keeps our torso aligned and downhill, facing downhill. But we're turning the arms. And if you can't leave your arms out like that, you can just put them down at your sides. But really the movement is all in the shoulder blade. So see if you can find it in the shoulder blade. The more close in you bring it, the more it's going to ask you to focus on what's happening in the shoulder blade. Bless you. So let's see. And really twist those arms so that you get that twisting. The twisting is what helps shift the weight. And really turn and look, because that's how you're going to initiate your turns. That's it. That's it. Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. And feel how you can use those ribs to get a little more extension. Look, that's it. Great. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to rock it. Yeah. Beautiful. Yup. Turn those wrists. Yes. Nice. Great. All right. Well, if you want, you can stand up and walk around, or you can just shake it out for a minute. And I'm going to suggest you guys unmute, and you're going to, if you want, you can do that movement again. Let's see if it feels softer, if it feels stronger, and how you're going to do. So yeah, what do you think? Get that upper back going. That's it. And really let those shoulder blades come together. In the back, when your hands come back, shoulder blades come together. Yes, that's more like it. And now really look ahead. Good. That's it. Beautiful. All right. And who wants to do a snowboard turn? You ready? Go ahead. Snowboard? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Natasha.
I really liked the one where we had our arms all the way out and we were doing that because I know for me personally, when I'm leading a turn, I kind of will have my downhill arm out sometimes and like lead my turn that way. And it felt like it translated really well to something that I might actually do on the hill.
Well, I know for me, I have one turn that's stronger than the other. And on one turn, I have been known to cross my skis. And what I've discovered learning this lesson is how the shoulder can contribute right all the way down. And I also have a friend who skis without poles. So she skis without poles, and I keep telling her, get up and open more, because she's down like this and she's heavy on her hips. So she's fast, but she's got a little less freedom. And so this lesson is definitely for people who like to ski without poles. So that was a really good observation. Go ahead.
I really like the exercise where you put the one hand behind the head and then you switch, because that really mimics that shoulder movement when you're initiating your turns on a snowboard.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that this is the lesson. So I'm glad that you guys found some value in it. I know it made a big difference for me that I found it really, really helpful. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for doing this and for being great students and for giving it your all and for really thinking about how you would apply this on the mountain. So I think that's it. Anybody else? Peace out.